So here we go with the last match of the day. Eagles versus Eagles. As the kill there by Star Bryant from James River out of Richmond, Virginia. They will be in the blue uniforms to your right. Heritage will be in the red uniforms to the left. And we have an illegal hit, a double hit on James River. Tie things up at 1, and now Chesney Gwynn will serve for Heritage. Make it 2-1 as that hit left a little bit too close to the net. Set to the near side. That's just set across. That played off the ceiling. Now a 3-1 lead for Heritage. Between these two groups combined, these two groups of homeschoolers, there are 2 seniors. One on Heritage and one on James River. Everybody else is a junior or younger. That hit out of bounds. That will make it 4-1. Here, set up near side. That is hit out of bounds. Pretty good steam on that, though, by Star Bryant. (5-1) the lead for Heritage. In the middle, and that will go as a kill for Jordan Heath, the only senior on this James River group. And now Jordan to serve. And that is an ace, making it 5-3. Now that deflects sideways. A little bit of miscommunication for James River. Make it now 6-3. The lead for Heritage. And that goes into the net. So now 7-3. Serve here by Lydia Kraft. Near side, put across. Now Heritage will play it. That just tipped over. And that hit out of bounds. Make it 8-3. And that's served out of bounds. 8-4 the lead for Heritage. Back to serve for James River is Victoria Heath. Right there, Kelly Hood. My fault. Near side, good hit and a kill for Star Bryant. Now 8-5. Served by Hood, played back up front. And that's still alive, but finally falls in off the hit from Sarah Heath. By the way, 3 siblings on this team. Jordan Heath, Sarah Heath, Victoria Heath. And we have a whistle and replay the point, I guess. Now put across and out of bounds. Off the hit from Kariana Gailey. 8-7 the lead now for Heritage. And Kaylee Hood's serve is out of bounds. Now a 9-7 lead for Heritage. Set to the outside. That blocked up front. Will eventually fall in. So they kill for Erin Harris. She's the lone senior on the Heritage side of the ball. So Gailey's serve. Played up front. Across there by Sarah Heath.
So it's Heritage has the lead. Let me make a quick call to our digital scoreboard operator. Looks like he has gotten those mixed up.
There's a kill there, though, that makes it 10-8. That's all right. The play-by-play guy's about ready to go to sleep.
Viewers, we apologize for that little score snafu. Don't want to. Sorry to disappoint the James River fans that thought they had the lead, and
I'll tell you this.
I guess it's just good news any news is good news for the Heritage fans who now has a 3-point advantage, 11-8. Make that 12-8.
So we started this morning at 9:30. It's now 4:40, and we have not had a break. So if we're going a little nuts, that's probably why.
Volleyballs are spinning in our heads.
Yeah. That hit into the net by Sarah Heath. It's now 13-8 Heritage.
But hey, it's been a great day of action. We have enjoyed it.
And boy, some miscommunication there makes it 14-8. We have, and tomorrow when we get to the actual bracket play of everything, that'll get really interesting.
Yeah, it really builds up to that bracket play, but we have a good game on our hands right now.
Timeout to James River. We'll take one as well. 14-8 the lead for Heritage. Back in a moment. You're watching the NACA. Serve for Heritage is Erin Harris. It's playing back into the middle, and that put down by Sarah Heath for James River, making it 14-9. And that will end up being an ace. Now 14-10. And that served into that. 15-10 the lead for Heritage. This is set one. And unless I'm mistaken, which maybe I am, I'm fairly certain this is 3 sets no matter what, because this is only a group of 3. And that bumped across and out of bounds.
Just outside.
16-10. And that serve from Leah White is out of play, so 16-11. Serve here returned up front and sent right back down. Victoria Heath with the point there. And Trevor plays it in the middle. That tipped across and down, making it 16-13. And that hit inside the back line. Making now 17-13. And that hit out of bounds. A little bit strong on that approach from Emma Gilchrist. Uh, 18-13. Set near side and a little bit too close to the net, so now 19-13. Serve here, now played back up front, and that played through the wickets for a field goal. Split the uprights exactly. 19-14 Heritage. Played back on the far side. That's deflected. Now set back over here on the near side. That eventually falls in for a kill for Star Bryant, making it now 19-15.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
Set in the middle. Bryant with another kill. Now 19-16. Near side, that's a tip across by Bryant. Now the opportunity for Heritage. And that will eventually fall in for the kill for Star. 19-17 and a timeout to Heritage. We'll take one as well in the middle of the first set. You're watching the NACA. So now James River out of the timeout, another kill, this time on the near side by Star Bryant, and this gets a little bit closer. 19-18. Now once again, set in the middle of the floor, and that hit into the net by Jordan Heath. It's 2018.
Yes, the Blue Eagles of James River were really clawing their way back into this game. Nice little run.
That's what we could do. We could call them the Blue Eagles and the Red Eagles. Now an ace makes it 21-18. Something on the near side. Wow.
Nice kill.
That was hammered, but it did go out of bounds.
Uh-oh.
Off the hit by Star Bryant. They're going to say, I think it. Did it go? Was there contact or something? Somebody must have touched it, I guess.
22-18, James River.
This will be set back in the near side. Now bumped into the net.
No, forgive me.
21-20 is the lead for Heritage now.
Sure
but
is.
James River on the comeback trail.
That digital scoreboard operator I was alluding to earlier, I must confess that is me, Elmer Harris, and I promise to do better, viewers.
There's a nice block out front for James River.
Friends, we have a tied ball game.
I think that was Sarah Heath who ended up with the block. 21-21. And this tracked down and blocked up front again by Heath. Making it 22-21 James River. My goodness, if James River comes back and wins this thing, they were trailing by 6 or 7 points a little while ago. Set back in the near side, and Star Bryant hits that into the net. And there is an ace, making now 23-22. Serve here goes under the net. Now we're back tied at 23. Once again, neither team really wants to take ownership of this game, that's for sure. Now Keely Hood to serve. And that saved at the last second. That was a crazy one-handed play out front by Aaron Harris. Now Aaron will dump it over. And that almost tracked down.
Still alive. 4 hits or
out of bounds.
Okay.
It was good hustle though.
Wow.
24-23, the lead for James River.
A lot of lead changes going.
This will be set point. This track down. Now bumped over, and James River will play it again. And that is hit out of bounds. And that'll do it for set one. James River wins it 25-23 over Heritage. We'll take a break, come back with the second set in a moment. You're watching the NACA. So that first hit out of bounds by Star Bryant here in set 2. And that will go into the net. We're tied up at 1 apiece. Set back on the near side. Harris will put it across. So up front. And it'll be a 2-1 lead for Heritage. Couple of nice plays at the net. Eventually blocked by Bryant. We're back tied at 2. Sydney Brewer into the lineup for Heritage now. And that sails out of bounds. Served by Cariana Gailey. Tip back across and down. And we are tied at 3 at this point. Emma Gilchrist in for James River. Serve here out of bounds from Star Bryant. 4-3 the lead for Heritage. Again, I'm pretty sure this is 3 sets. And it's finally set across out front by Ginn. And I'll eventually fall in. Serve here by Sarah Heath, played back in the middle of the floor and then just bumped over. Set to the outside, that's tapped down. And just sent across. And looks like Madeline Reeves in the net for Heritage. Well, a lot of stuff going on this weekend. We got, of course, all the volleyball that's been going on inside, well, a dozen different facilities or so all over the city and county.
Yeah, there and beyond. You know, in Sell Creek, that's in Hamilton County. Same county as Chattanooga, North Hamilton County.
Did they add more facilities this year? Because it seems like there's more gyms on that list.
Yeah, and they may have. There's one that I'm not familiar with. I'm not sure exactly which one it's referencing, but sometimes, you know, they'll play in the total of 3 different counties in our area, completely fill our county, the home base, as it were, Ray County, which is, that's RHEA, home of Dayton, which is the home of the world's most famous court trial.
Yep. I've been over there to the courthouse, and I've seen that exhibit or whatever they have in the basement. I think it's in the basement.
It is. It's in the basement. It's the Scopes Trial Museum. Of course, that was the famous, also called Monkey Trial by some. 1925. Teacher by the name of John Scopes was teaching evolution, was charged with teaching evolution in school. And he went to court, had a very famous lawyer from New York City, Clarence Darrow, who was consequently an atheist, and he was prosecuted by the likes of William Jennings Bryan, who is also known as the father of the Democratic Party. But he was very, of course, fundamentalist. Hence, Bryan College is in Dayton, named after William Jennings Bryan. Scopes was found guilty with a small fine. Basically, what it was, it sounds, really, and it was huge. It was, mass hysteria across the country. It had reporters, flocked to Dayton. Dayton had, grown in size during the trial, but I don't know how many fold. But it was basically a case to test the Tennessee law in court, and that's essentially what it was. That's why Darrell came down, and William Jennings Bryan was asked to prosecute, and they do have a reenactment play. It's actually a musical.
Really?
Every year. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's actually pretty good, and I'm not.
As
you would
musical?
expect yeah. So it's.
Well, I guess who would have thought they would have made a musical out of Alexander Hamilton's life either? They did that.
Certainly. So you can go to scopesfestival.org and check the dates. It's usually in July, the same time as the court trial was.
I never knew there was a play or whatever that went along with that.
Yeah, with this, it's produced by directed and by Jim Crabtree, director of the Cumberland County Playhouse. And it's the neat thing is it's actually held in the courtroom that the actual case was tried in the actual historic Wright County Courthouse in the same room. And it's it hasn't changed.
I've been there. I've seen the exhibit thing, which is actually kind of cool to go see. That's been years, though. I mean, I haven't been in that thing since probably the first time I came back here, or one of the first times.
And if any of the historical buffs here in Dayton, the Historical Society, are listening in, I may get in trouble with just that. But shortly thereafter, within a week, it was days, Jennings Bryan passed away right after the trial. And there was the birth of Bryan College, and it's become just a rock in the world. Wonderful Christian school to go to. The kids have great activities for the students, and they're beginning to be really a powerhouse in athletics. They actually won. Their anglers in college bass fishing won a national championship against, they compete. They're a very small school, but they compete against the likes of Alabama, Auburn, the biggest names, the biggest schools. They compete on the same level.
Hold on. Let me make sure I have this right. You said bass fishing, correct?
That's right.
Okay. I wasn't sure I heard that exactly right. Although bass fishing is now sanctioned sport in the IHSA in the state of Illinois.
Certainly. It's the fastest going high school sport right now. It is. And, this is a big bass fishing town. Dayton is. We're up on the mountain, beautiful mountain, but also down in the valley.
Right, there's the lake.
Tennessee River, and it's Lake Chickamauga. It's one of the top bass fishing lakes in the nation. And it's just been a birth out of that. One aspect is fed into another. But the high school bass fishing, you may hear it may sound strange, but I've been around some of those high school tournaments, and the fathers and sons, and essentially how it's structured. You have an angler and a co-angler, and a boat captain. The boat captain is generally a dad, and then his son and one of his son's friends. And they team, and the dad cannot pick up a fishing pole, but he can kind of try to guide them to a good spot. But man, they have such a good time. I've seen dads and their boys and friends have such a good time at those tournaments. It's really the only sport that the parents can be that hands-on involved like that.
I know it is. It was introduced, I want to say, maybe 5 years or so ago in the state of Illinois as a sport.
Yeah, that sounds about right. When it really started to take off.
I don't know how many teams there are in Illinois yet, but there's quite a few, I think.
I am familiar with I'm sure there's been some young high school Illinois bass fishermen been down to some of our tournaments here. I know for a fact some of the Indiana bass anglers have really come down and done really well.
Well, in the middle of all of our Dayton talk and bass fishing, it's a 14-14 tie in a set that no one seems to want to take leadership in. Just kind of going back and forth. Let's see, James River, that's blocked up front. Now it's 15-14 Heritage.
This would be the second or third game these young ladies have had today. I know others we've seen have had 4.
Well, let's track down, hit out of bounds by Star Bryant, making it 16-14.
With only 3 teams in this group, with Heritage and James River, would this be their 3rd game or maybe even 4th game today?
Well, I think what they do is they play 3 sets, so they don't have to play again. I think they only play twice, but they play 3 sets when they're playing. So,
but hey, I encourage you before just to finish on that note of Dayton and the Scopes trial. I encourage you to check it out, scopesfestival.org.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, come visit. You can buy tickets online. Come visit Dayton. Check out the museum. Bring your kids because it really was a hugely important event in American history, and there's loads of history that you'll find there in the museum at the Ray County Courthouse.
17-16. Let's track down now. Set back over is we come down the second half of this second set.
There is an update to that story, just a minor one. This year, since we've talked, the atheists, I'm not sure their acronym or name, National Atheist Organization. They funded, there was a William Jennings Bryan for years, William Jennings Bryan statue that stood on the right hand side of the courthouse's right hand side, and they paid for a Darrow statue to sit opposite of him out front. So now if you go in the front of it, you'll see
one of each.
Clarence Darrow's statue.
Well, that goes off the net up front, making it now 20-17 and a timeout to Heritage. 2017 James River. Here in set 2, we'll take a break, come back with more in just a moment. You're watching the NACA.
Educating students.
Educating students.
To become servants of Christ. Servants of Christ.
Para llegar a ser servidores de Cristo. to make a difference in today's world.
Faire une différence dans le monde d'aujourd'hui. Einen Unterschied in der heutigen Welt zu machen.
Fazer uma diferença no mundo de hoje.
تغييبتي دنيا داي روزا.
Мы можем изменить сегодняшний мир.
In 2017 is the lead here for James River. Out of that timeout. Yes. Now set to the outside and a kill here for Star Bryant, making it 21-17.
Yeah, I can start to feel James River starting to take control.
And that's in along the back line, making it 22-17. Yeah, the second half of this set here, they've managed to string some stuff together, and on the official on the far side sees something on the floor that he's going to try to get rid of. So somebody in the net here for James River, making it 22-18. And that's out of bounds. So 22-19 is Heritage not ready to go away quite yet. At least not in set 2 anyway. Little floater now played to the outside. Star Bryant puts it across. He's tracked into the back row, and I think that was out. I don't know if anybody touched it or not. I don't think they did.
Nevertheless.
By the way, Heritage out of Greenville, Tennessee at 10-11 on the year, so almost 500 as a team. And now it's back to 22-21. And just when we talked about James River starting to grab some momentum, it goes away, and now they use a timeout.
Certainly, and I have a little bit of info for anybody that may be tuning in, Heritage fans tuning in from Greenville, Tennessee. We know you have an amazing football program there at Greenville High School. You're familiar with Coach Kane Ballard. Actually proud to have graduated with Kane here at Ray County. We're hoping he can pull out another state title in 4A. This year, his son, Cade Ballard, is phenomenal. We're so proud of him. His family, we're so proud of him back here in Ray County. We just want you guys to know that. So proud of Kane. You guys are very lucky to have such a good man and great coach there in Greenville.
Well, 22-21, and that left a little short, so now we're tied at 22. Heritage at 10-11 out of Greenville, Tennessee, coached by Kate Valley in her second year. Erin Harris was all tournament at the Blazer Blast. And this hit out of bounds. It's 24-22. And here we are at set point.
Not quite yet.
That must have been real fast on that point.
They were lightning.
All right, 23-22 then, so we're not there yet. Outside, that's set across. That's a nice placement by Star Bryant. Now we're tied at 23. By the way, James River out of Richmond, Virginia, they were 8-3 in conference play this year. Coached by Cindy Bryant in her fourth year. As the serve returned out front. And that finally in on the far side, so 24-23. And 2017 CCAC All-Conference members, Star Bryant and Jordan Heath on this James River team. Set back in the middle. That hit into the net, and James River does hang on to take set 2, 25-23. And I believe they're going to play one more.
We've got one more coming for you, folks. Hang in there.
So
set 3 coming up.
We'll take a break, come back with the third and final set here in just a moment. You're watching the NACA. So back underway here for set 3. And that hammer back down by Star Bryant. 1-0 lead for James River. play it into that back row. Put up front was blocked there. Now we'll try it again, and a couple of players ran into each other in that back row. Harris along with Leah White. 2-0 lead. It's played into that back row. Set near side. That was partially blocked, but will fall in for a kill for Bryant, making it 3-0. This has been the weird thing the first couple of sets. You know, a team getting out to a little bit of a lead and then the other team reeling them back in. And that is in along that back line. Boy, not by much, I'll tell you that. 3-1 the lead for James River. Severe played in the middle, and the kill for Jordan Heath. Again, the only senior on this group. And Jordan set serve. This ricochets around. I think it should be 4-1, correct?
I do think so. I'm kind of waiting on the. There it is.
And there's a kill again from Star Bryant on the near side.
I don't know if it's that. There they go.
Yeah, it's 5-1 now. That's correct. This tipped back across and out of bounds. And 2 hits called on Heritage. This blocked up front. Blocked again. And we have, I think it was an illegal hit on Heritage.
Heritage players getting a little clarification.
Well, I think they're going to talk about a couple of things here. It'd be 6-1 at the moment.
Okay.
So I guess they're going to replay the point.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what all of that was about, but this goes into the net. So then, I don't know. Shouldn't it be 5-2 if they're replaying the point? It wasn't 7?
No, I had it at 7. Yeah.
Okay.
I had it at 7 before they
so
pulled it back.
6-2 should be right. Make it now 7-2 off that service error. As Kaylee Hood checks in for James River and Sydney Brewer in for Heritage. And that is an ace. Make it 8-2. And a timeout to Heritage. 8-2 the lead for James River. We'll take a break, come back in our third and final set here in just a moment. You're watching the NACA. So serve here is an ace, making it now 9-2. Serve here is another ace, now 10-2. So a good run here for Kaylee Hood. And that is deep and out of play. Makes it 10-3. Play now near side. That hit into the net by Star Bryant. I don't know what happened there. Either set was a little off or her timing was, one or the other. It's 10-4. Set in the middle. That was partially deflected. And set up front. This will be sent back over. And that will fall in off the hit from Aaron Harris, making it 10-5.
Really nice bump set there by Heritage on the front row.
And nice return on the initial serve by Jordan Heath, making it 11-5. There's an ace. Now 12-5. Star Bryant back to serve, the sophomore for James River. And this pumped over, an opportunity for James River that hit into the net by Sarah Heath. And this will bring Aaron Harris back to serve. And this is an ace. By the way, James River, coached by Cindy Bryant. Coach Bryant played for Mount Carmel Christian Academy, who won the Division I title at NACA in 1989. And she also went on to play at Bryan College.
Oh, wow.
That's an
it's awesome to
interesting
have her back, for
addition.
sure.
Right near side, and that falls in off the hit from Emma Gilchrist, making it 13-7. Yeah, won it in 1989, the Division I title.
That's big.
Carmel.
That's top of the mark.
This sent across. Now James River plays it, and that out of bounds. Make it 13-8. By the way, 5 of the starters for James River are 15 years old. That's pretty young, starting 5.
It is.
Means most of them are sophomores. Set in the middle. Across there by Jordan Heath. And wow, what a save on the far sideline by Sarah Heath, and that will fall in, making it 14-8. Of course, we already mentioned that 3 of the team members there are sisters. You know, in this section where it says interesting facts or things about your players, here's one I haven't heard of before, is there's an ace making it 15-8. One of their players played a whole rally, and they say a long rally, earlier today with a bobby pin in her hand. I have a couple of questions in regards to that.
It's pretty impressive. Very.
And I think somebody's in the net here for Heritage, make it 16-8. The first question would be, Why didn't you just throw the bobby pin to the side
Well,
of the
I think that speaks to her character. She didn't want it on the
I
on the
can't
court.
lose this bobby pin.
No, she didn't want it on the court. Maybe somebody would trip, but maybe it did have sentimental value. I don't know. That is a good question.
Throw it over to your bench. 16-9. And by the way, this is the first year for James River being at the NACA tournament. This just sent across. Now back row.
Is that even legal?
What's that?
Playing with a foreign object?
I don't know. Certainly if they knew you were holding it, probably not. That will fall in, making it 16-10.
We're going to give her a pass today, especially given it was only a bobby pin.
And the serve here from Madeline Reeves.
Who was that player?
I don't know. It doesn't say. They don't mention her by name. That is in along that back line, making it 17-10. Also says one of the highlights of their year was winning a set of pool play against a very talented team, the Maryland School for the Deaf.
Did they do that in this tournament?
No.
Okay. Should be 11. Oh, pardon me.
So James River was in the net now. So serve here played over. And that blocked up front. Make it 18-10.
Says 10, but I do have 11 by my records. But
I thought that's what it was.
Sometimes they're a little slow on making
was
that
it,
correction.
what do you have for the other score? 18, right?
Uh-huh. We have a scorekeeper. There they go.
Well, there it goes. 18-11. I was going to. I think the near side officials asking that same question, although I'm pretty sure they've got it fixed now. Yeah, it is. So this sent back into the net from Aaron Harris. Now 19-11, the lead for James River. Serve played now to the outside. Good dig along that back line by Jordan Heath. And once again, that dugout. And that could have been a carry, but doesn't matter anyway because I believe Star Bryant was into the net. 19-12. And that goes into the net. Now 20-12 as Sydney Brewer back in for Heritage. It's out of bounds.
We spoke a little bit today about how this tournament is unique, and for those back home family members that are tuning in, of course, one of the ways it is unique, these ladies, after this game, they'll break for supper, and then they'll come back in here to the gymnasium, get ready for a huge worship service with Christian motivational speakers, and it's just and music and singing, and it's just a great time to see.
It's a unique environment.
It's hard for me to put a guess at how many. There are so many this place, and I'll do a slow pan here with the camera. of this gymnasium. And you can see a lot of people in the stands right now, but it will be a packed house. There will be
there'll be people on the floor.
People on the floor,
Yeah.
and they'll be having fun and the singing, and just a huge worship service.
It's interesting because there are 46 volleyball teams here, I think.
46 volleyball
and
teams.
29 soccer teams, and they're supposed to all be in here at the same time.
And that's about the same. No, yeah, this is the biggest week. I mean, NACA Sports has, from cross country to golf, some of the biggest names in high school basketball are here for the basketball tournament. Huge event.
I mean, that's a lot of people in this gymnasium.
That's a lot of people in the gymnasium. They also have national baseball tournaments. We have a football national tournament coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm probably missing out. Of course, softball tournament, girls soccer competes just about any sport that high school kids compete in, you name it, they have it. However, they haven't started bass fishing yet, and they have a beautiful venue to do it. So
maybe they will. This hit out of bounds, making it 23-13. Star Bryant to serve. And that is an ace. Now 24-13, and we're down to set point here in set 3.
Get a close look at this young lady up with a nice jump serve.
So this will be played to Bryant. Just bump it across here. And that out of bounds, and that'll do it. 25-13, James River takes game 3. And that is going to do it for our day session here today. We're back at 8:45 tonight for one more match. And then, of course, back tomorrow for all of the bracket action as the tournament kicks into high gear on Friday. So we'll see you back here tonight, 8:45. So hope you enjoyed the broadcast here this afternoon. We'll see you tonight. You've been watching the NACA National Championship Tournament.